Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a hare's ear cripple dun. The hook that I have in the vise is a 200R. This is a size 14. This is a 3 extra long, dry wet, semi-dropped straight eye from Green Caddis Outfitters, greencaddis.com. I'm going to use 70 denier. This is a dark thread. This is an dark olive thread. I'm going to start behind the eye, and we're going to bring the thread back just like on a straight shank to where it would hang at the barb. We're going to start off by putting a bit of a shuck on there, and you can see that I already have it a little bit of a taper there. We want that taper because a mayfly isn't going to be blunt. We only want a short piece of this. Put on there. I'm going to put a couple of wraps on, and I'm going to pull it just a little bit. And this is the bootlace material. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm going to tighten that down. And I've got long pieces here. I'm not going to trim them off because that's going to be part of the abdomen. Now I have a piece of copper wire. This is extra fine copper wire, and we're going to tie that in. This fly will work good on March Browns, Hendricksons. Since it's a 3 extra long 14, that would be about the shank length of a size 10. Now we're going to take our bootlace and we're going to wrap this and we want it to grow as we get towards want a nice taper on it. I'm going to come up to the thread, which is about 2/3 of the length, and I'm going to go back and come back again. This is pretty heavy. It should make a taper pretty quickly. There we go. Now I'm going to go forward. And bring it back one more time. Just a little bit shorter this time. And then we're going to bring that forward one last time. And we'll tie that in. Going to fold that back and secure that. Go ahead and remove that excess. I'm going to take my extra fine copper wire and I'm going to counter wrap it. Doesn't need to be, but it's good practice. And we're going to tie that in. Break off that excess. I'm going to go ahead and put some wax on my thread because I'm going to work with hare's ear. We're going to put on a bit of a heavy thorax here. I want that all nice and scruffy. I'm going to come back a bit. Get our thorax in there. I'm going to take a pair of CDC. I'm going to pull it all together for the wing. We're going to make that wing about half the length of the hook. And I'll pull that down to size. That looks pretty good. Trim off this excess and of course put it on the side because you can use that for other things. Now I have a CDC feather in my block. I'm going to take my chip clip and catch that and pull that out. And now we're just going to cut the stem off. I'm going to make myself a dubbing loop. I'm going to put a little bit of wax on that. Take our chip clip, put that in the thread, and a little bit came out, not a big deal. We're going to take our dubbing whirl, give that a quick spin, and here we have a nice CDC hackle. And go ahead and give that a wrap. And I'm going to stroke them towards the rear as we go. Just a couple of wraps. I'm going to put one more on there. And I'm going to tie that off. Just that small amount of CDC. Go ahead and trim that dubbing loop off. Going to wrap that head. Take our whip finish. Gonna trim that thread off. Take my dubbing teaser here. I want to pull most of the CDC to the sides. I'm going to trim the CDC off the bottom here. I'm going to further take my dubbing teaser and I'm going to tease out that hare's ear. Just a little bit, not a real lot. And here we have a hare's ear cripple done. Hope you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.